Thanks to the support as a channel member, Stephen Boyd II. Well, boys and girls, the playoffs didn't quite work out the way we hoped. We've got the FA Vars final today against the team that won the playoffs, High Desert Elite. They're going to be playing in Tier 6 next year. So it's going to be a tall order. And we're also going to be saying goodbye to quite a few of our long-serving players today as we look to get another rebuild underway. We've got to get rid of players to be able to bring new players in. Oh, this lower league with no money, Lark. Whose idea was this? Hello and welcome to part 44 of Born in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have that FA Vars final against High Desert Elite. And there's your confirmation that despite finishing down in 7th place, they finished below us, 6 points below us in the league, a much worse goal difference than us. And they have been promoted to Tier 6, where they're going to join, presumably, the original Charlotte Academy. Are they still lurking up there? Or have they moved on another league? I always want to check to see how they're getting on. No, they've gone up another level, clearly. Where are they? Are they up in the National Premier? Where are they? There they are, Charlotte FC Academy. They've finally found the level where they're a mid-table team. And what do you know? It's the level where all the other academies are hanging out. This save is never getting any easier, is it? The higher up this league, the higher up this structure we go, the harder it's going to be. And the closer I'm going to have to be to making a decision about what we do about Bourne Town and the fact that they do have players that we could probably loan at this point. Because we released the database for the save last week, I've had lots of people saying even in season 1, they were able to get first team Bourne players in on loan, the likes of Arango, Foos was one best defender in the world. I mean, the fact that people were able to get him on loan in Tier 10 suggests the loan system parent club situation is a little bit broken. I've kind of made a deal in my own mind that I'm not bringing in any player on loan while we're still a part-time team, so I don't see that would happen realistically. And taking anyone from the first team is a nonsense. But if we're going to compete with the academy sides, I wonder, is it that unacceptable? I mean, we're not going to take the guy who's on 11 grand a week, but these players who are on £150 a week on youth contracts at Bourne Town, would it be completely unacceptable for me to take a couple of these on loan for the year? Like if we decide we want Noah Collins on a season-long loan, he's a Welsh under-20 international. We can't actually try and loan. Oh, can't be loaned abroad until he turns 18. Okay. That's going to cause a problem. Let me know down in the comments. Is it going to be okay to loan some of these if we can? I don't really want to just leave it in the hands of the game because the game will let me loan anyone. Like Lubinkovic is on the transfer list at his own request. I'm fairly confident we could get him on loan. Bourne would require no wage contribution or monthly fee. And it would be absurd for us to take a player on £145,000 a week on loan. So I'm not going to. But where is the line? Let me know where the line is and we'll work out what we're going to do as we move further and further up these leagues. But for today, it's all about adding some more silverware to the collection. If we have a look at our trophy cabinet, which is growing over time. You can see we did win the FA Vars last year. I think this is going to be our last season in the FA Vars, because theoretically teams at this level aren't supposed to be in it. I think us and High Desert Elite both got into it on the basis that we were promoted last year, because I think we were, or maybe it's the bottom half National League 2 teams getting it. I'm not really sure, but you can see every year the mind you, they're National League Premier and we're in it. I don't know who qualifies for the FA Vars, but there's two. The record for a number of times won is the St. Louis Lions have won it twice. We can equal their record and retain our trophy today, and that's what we want to do. So this is the team we're going to put out there, and this is potentially final appearances for the club. Players who are currently out of contract and haven't been offered new deals: Costa, Briones, Williams, Looking down at the bench, Flores, Fava. There's quite a few of these boys who might well be on their way this summer. We're going to look to keep our front four together because of all the goals they've got in amongst them, and then kind of rebuild the rest of the team. Certainly, we've got to rebuild the midfield. I think this is the final appearance for Diego Briones. As much as I love the meme of Diego Briones and the fact that he's played over 200 games for the club now, we signed him when we were down in Tier 9. He is not good enough for us. He is a 1.5-star player. I think he's got to be done. Watch him score a screamer today and me give him a new contract. But the team for the final, we've got Izaguirre in goal, a back four of Pino, Beknazarov, Arriaga and Costa, Paulus and Briones in midfield, Williams and Huyan out wide, Stone and Hernandez up front. I actually realised I just said keep the front four together, and at the moment Williams hasn't got a contract. Maybe we'll offer Sam Williams a new deal. But the problem is we're over our wage budget. So as much as I get attached to some of these fringe players like Williams, like Briones, we're over our wage budget. For me to bring in that next level of player, for me to ever be able to find a better central midfielder than Briones, the only way we can afford to bring him in is if we get rid of Briones first. It's similar to what we did with Jackson Hernandez. We had to get rid of him to make room for potentially bringing in a better striker. The only problem is it didn't work because Johnson... I would swap Johnson for Jackson Hernandez now, and I'll try and make that swap this summer, as long as Jackson Hernandez hasn't retired. Prince Fletcher, I think, is still knocking around with no contract because he thinks he should be playing full-time football and doesn't want to re-sign for us while we're semi-pro, which you're not playing for anyone at the moment, Prince. You may as well come back and do another half season with us and show the full-time teams why you deserve a contract, but apparently not interested in that. So it's tricky with such a small budget. I've never really done a road to glory like this one before, where I've been on such small budgets. There's always been something unique about my road to glory teams, whether it's been a brilliant youth setup like we always have with home, so you don't necessarily notice that you've got no money because you've got a constant flow of good first team players coming through, so you don't really notice it. Or even when we did it with Nuneaton started in Tier 6. We've not even reached Tier 6 yet. I've never, in all my years playing Football Manager, started in Tier 10 without a twist. And it's hard. Really, really, really hard. The only other time I've done it was on Twitch earlier this year when I did it with FC Isle of Man. I think we got from the English Tier 10 up to Tier 8 and then got relegated back down to Tier 9 again and ended the save. So again, not much in the way of previous for succeeding in these kind of circumstances. So I'm trying not to get too down about what happened in the playoffs yesterday, but I really wanted to get another promotion and we didn't. And it's very sad. But, you know, it was first time of asking in this league. It's fine. There's a good turnout for the FA Vars final today, though. Loads of seats have come. No humans sitting in them. Hernandez is in here. Jorge Hernandez, and it goes just wide. That was his moment to grab himself another FA Vars final goal. Remember last year, this game was relatively comfortable and we actually brought Jackson Hernandez on to score his final goal for the club in the final, in the latter stages of the final, knowing that he was leaving. And it was all romance and loveliness. This year, it's taken on a whole different feel because we know High Desert Elite have already secured promotion and we just want to beat them to show them that it could have been us. On our day, it could have been us. But they're kind of playing out the episode I wanted to give you today, where they've won one final, they're now playing in the other one, and then with a chance of winning this one as well. They're going to win the double final. I wanted to win the double final. They're showing me what I could have won. An hour gone, it's still 0-0. Nobody is making a breakthrough. They've not even had a shot on target yet. They've been promoted. It's sickening. Williams is going to come off for Fava. That might be the final time you see Williams. So let's have a standing ovation for him. If he comes back, then so be it. Likewise, Briones is coming off now for Town Row in midfield. Same situation. That might be the last you ever see of Diego Briones. And that'll do for now. I don't want to break up the front two. I think that's a mistake I made in the playoff semi-final yesterday, sticking Hernandez out wide, taking Stone off. Even when they're not playing well, they're much more of a goal threat than Johnson is coming off the bench. And I think we learned that finally yesterday. And there's Hernandez again, and he's hit it wide again. Hernandez is getting chances. That's why our XG is as high as it is, because Hernandez is getting opportunities and he keeps blowing them. I need him to just take one of these chances. It seems like a ridiculous thing to say. He's had more than 70 goal contributions again this year, and I'm getting frustrated with him in these last few weeks because he's not scoring. Hernandez is in again, and the goalkeeper makes the save. Hernandez on another day scores a hat-trick in this game. He's had the chances to come away from this with a hat-trick, and he is just not converting them. We're going to bring Flores on for Paulus because Paulus is shattered. Flores, again, final appearance for Flores today. He knows he's leaving already. Huyan plays it across to Stone. It falls to Townrow. What a miss from Townrow. Briones scores there, doesn't he? We all know he does. Oh, dear. Well, extra time. Do we get an extra substitution? Have we got one we'd want to make? If we did, yes, Jeff Brook we'd want to bring on, and Jeff Brook can come on. Right, can we have a moment from our captain, who's lost his place in this last 6 or 8 weeks of the season, with Beck Nazarov and Arriaga proving to be just a smidgen better than him at this level. But we know the threat Jeff Brook can be from set pieces, and it would be lovely for our captain, one of our longest serving players, to step up on the big occasion once again and grab us a winner. Stone has hit the frame of the goal right on the stroke of half time and extra time. We cannon it back off the crossbar, the post, something wooden. And again, we missed the opportunity. It's Huyan now with the throw to Paulus, who I thought I'd taken off. That's why we were able to bring Brook on, because the Paulus substitution's never gone through. Oh, why does it offer me the opportunity to do those quick subs if you then can't do them? Am I allowed another substitution now? I may as well leave Paulus on at this point. Well, it's come down to penalties. I hate doing team talks for penalties, so I'm not going to. And now we just cross our fingers. The frustration is this is a team that have been promoted. Stephen Stone misses. Story of the game. But this is the difference between us and a spot in tier 6. We are as good as the team that have already made it there, but they're going to beat us on penalties. It could have been our year if we just lost form at the wrong time. Those last couple of weeks of the season, we just forgot how to score goals, and it's showing now in this penalty shootout. It feels like, I know Football Manager's not scripted. I know it's not, but it really feels like, watching these penalties from these players, the game has decided we're not ready for tier 6. I've not earned tier 6 yet, so Kev, you're not having it. Doesn't matter how good your team is. Doesn't matter how well they've played or how many goals they can score. We've decided you're not getting promoted or winning anything this year. And here you go. You're just going to stop being able to score goals. You'll be fine again start of next year. Thanks, game. We could have it wrapped up here. They just have to score and they've won. And this has been one of the worst penalty shootouts I've ever seen. Well, I don't think I've ever lost a penalty shootout to 3 penalties before. Well, we didn't retain our trophy. High Desert Elite did the double. They won the playoffs. They won the FA trophy. They've achieved everything I dreamt of achieving today. And we have just... That was miserable. Utterly miserable. Oh, and Huyan suspended. Devastation. The one thing we've got going in our favour is at least we're not in the red. We've fixed the club's financial problems. Now we need a big summer. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.